Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I felt like I wanted to clear my throat. Okay, I've got a little cushion. I'm sitting like a lady. I've got a strange, isn't it always strange? A strange combination of cards here. I've got the Tarot Butcher, Messages from Heaven, the Secret Language of Colour, Angels of Light cards, Rumi, and the Witch's Tarot. There you have it. Okay. That coffee's hot. Okay. Ooh, right, let's do this. I'm not sure what day it is. I think I'm going to go with, it's Thursday. That's what I'm going with. I just had a good think about it, whether or not it was Wednesday or Thursday. Whilst I was visiting the little girl's room. Things we do in there. Okay, what we think about. Is it Wednesday or is it Thursday? Thursday. Oh, I just saw a beautiful butterfly, a white one. Okay. The energy's very feminine. Docile. Okay. Secret language of colour. Very quiet. Oh, I can feel a breeze. Like it's hitting my ankles. It's like it's coming in from under the door. Okay. Rumi. Witch's Tarot. We're starting with these. Okay. Let's put these cards. I've just got to give these cards just a little shuffle now. You see what's on the bottom. Lilac. Strengthen your faith. Okay, we can pull them now. Okay, cool. We're going to put them down now, off the table. We're going to keep the book. Messages from Heaven, communication cards, love and guidance from the other side of life. From the other side of life. Love and guidance from the other side of life. It's interesting. Not from the other side, but the other side of life. Okay. What's going on with you cards? I need some order. It's like they've all kind of segregated themselves into their little clusters. And it's like, no, okay, we're going to work as one. Okay. Look at this love heart cloud. Okay, let's get a Angels of Light card. You can sit there, apparently. Why am I putting them? I'm segregating everything into clusters. What, me personally? So I felt the messages coming in. Okay, well, we're just going to go with it. Rumi. He's going over there. What are we doing today? Oh. I can see the microphone's not in a great place. What are we doing today? Card number 25. So that straight away took me to a dart board and being the green. And then inside that green is the red, which is the bullseye, 50. I don't know why. Listen. Shh, 25. beyond the threshold of fear. And that's on its own. It said it was going up there. And then we have, well, we've got the Tarot Mucha here. We've got messages from heaven, communication cards, messages from the other side of life. Oh, sorry, guidance. I can't see, what did it say? Love and guidance from the other side of life with a colour card. And we've seen lilac already. Strengthen your faith. Rumi has spoken over there. Witch's Tarot's on my lap. Oh. Tia's just buried her head into her body like a little squirrel, as if to say, oh, what's going on today? So, the Tarot Mucha is going to speak for these ones. I've got the Witch's Tarot here. Rumi is down there with the button. I'm going to keep this. Apparently, I'm keeping the Witch's Tarot. These are speaking last on the lap. It's like this is like the Judge. This is the Judge on the lap. It feels like the High Priestess energy, like the Torah. She holds the book. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so we've got this heartache. That's it. Just say that. And when we have someone going, phew, as if, I don't know, there's a relief. There's a sense of relief. Oh, first of all, I thought, is it kind of tapping into, my heart's fine. The heart is good today. It's A-okay. Listen, it's all good. So if you're asking that, it's like, phew. It's like, the heart's fine. I picked up on that one earlier. I pulled some cards and it asked about my heart. And it's, yes, the pain's gone. Success. That's what it is. All good in the hood. Okay, what's the messages coming in now then? And this feels very much like the masculine inquiring on the feminine. I feel like I've got something tickling my eyelashes. Who's fluttering their eyelashes? Oh, we've got the High Priestess, that's cool. Right, have I got to work this out? Okay. Oh, what's wrong with your cheek? What's wrong with your cheek? Cheek to cheek. Oh, okay, I've got to look up a meaning. Because it's taken me to my coffee. And I was taken to my tongue. And there's a saying called tongue and cheek. Ah, this is going to be good working out this one today. Are you with me? Okay, so what I'm kind of feeling is, before I check out what tongue and cheek means, because I see something's wrong with his cheek, and then I thought about my tongue, and then I said to you about the heartache. I mean, I really did emphasise on that yesterday. And then this morning, I was just pulling some cards. I only had 2 decks, and it was interesting. It was kind of asking me about my heart. How's your heart today? And it's like, oh, my heart's all right. Yeah, it's gone. Thank you. And it felt like the energy had been transmuted. Okay, the energy had been crystallised. That's my heart had been taken out. And it looked like by the divine masculine energy, or the divine masculine, okay, and he's transmuted it. Beautiful, really. Feel great. Now I've got a bit of a pain in my back. What's that about? Okay. Yeah, you don't need to give it back to me. Okay. So, tongue and cheek. What does it mean to say tongue and cheek? Tongue in cheek. The tongue-in-cheek figure of speech is used to imply that a statement or other production is humorously or otherwise not seriously intended, and it should not be taken at face value. The phrase was originally meant to express contempt. Contempt in court, is there? What I was picked up yesterday, I was talking about purple, and it was like, no, pay attention to the blue. What came out was Blue's Clues. Okay, one of my children's favourite childhood shows. Contempt of court happens when someone risks unfairly influencing a court case. It may stop somebody from getting a fair trial and can affect a trial's outcome. Contempt of court includes disobeying or ignoring a court order, refusing to answer the court's questions if you're called as a witness. Ooh, where are we going today? Okay, well, I can tell you it's 1301. So it's kind of 1:01 p.m. Let's put this back. Shh. Contempt of court. Right, let's wow. Right, we see him. We see him. I feel like I'm in court. But we see him, the divine masculine. He has something wrong with his cheek. And this could be, I do feel, domestic violence. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I said, what's wrong with your cheek? Because when I got my sun lounger out yesterday, when I unfolded it, it had a little card in there. And I kind of put it on the table outside and paid no more attention to it. It reminded me of the story of Wayne Dyer, of how he kind of was directed to his father's grave. Anyway, so I opened up the deck chair, if you want to call it a deck chair, the sun lounger, and there was this red card in it. And I didn't really look at it to start with, and I put it on the table. And then, anyway, I did look at it, and I noticed it says, is your partner abusing you? Or, I've probably still got it downstairs. And at this, I kind of looked at it, I thought, that's weird. That's like it's about domestic violence. A helpline. It's a call. So Jamie poked his head out of the bedroom window and he's like, hello. I said, look at this, what I've just found. I said, is your partner beating you? And he's like, yes. I said, do you want this number? He's like, yes. I said, no, seriously. I said, this card's in here. And but first of all, I went to him, is she seriously beating you? Because I'm going to come up there and sort her out. Okay? So we had a bit of a giggle. But I went, oh, I said, it's just for women. I said, that's a bit fucked up. We both looked, we went, well, that's a bit. What about the men? The men that are abused, hit. It goes on a lot more than what we want to acknowledge. So, okay, because this man's got a poorly cheek, okay? I don't really like the sphinxes. They look a little bit smug, as if they've kind of got him trapped there. Because that's a chariot. Looks a bit blue, doesn't it, the show? Look at the curtains. It all looks a bit... Look, really does look like it's an unhappy chariot card, but what's wrong with his face? Right, let's carry on, because I'm going to read them. Tarot Mucha, please. How long do you guys have? Could take all day. Okay, let's look at the chariot. 7. It's a major arcana, which means that it's kind of out of your control. The universe has stepped in. Interesting that it comes after the Lovers. A conquering hero stands in his chariot of victory, a great city behind him. Perhaps this is a city he has captured, or perhaps it is the city of his birth, awaiting his triumphant return. For the moment, he contemplates his achievement and how it fits into the flowing river of his life's experiences. The light and dark sphinxes that draw his chariot represent the positive and negative forces that drive him. His motivation to succeed may spring from a desire to serve or a desire to subjugate. His pride, power, and ambition are matched by humility generosity and nobility. All these qualities must pull together in harmony for ultimate success. The key ideas, I was going to say key ideals. Key ideas: success, self-satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment, managing your own destiny. This masculine here, if he's been having a very hard time where he is, we've picked up the homelessness, we've picked up having no kind of set abode. Also, the energy of wanting to get far, far away. I believe that the divine masculine is having that draw to actually go back home, to his birthplace. That's how far away he wants to get. He wants to go home, like home, to where he was born. I remember having this draw. I actually thought it was going to happen. I thought it might have happened towards the latter part of the year, so this was quite a while ago, of last year. This is quite a while ago then, but I had a real draw to go home, and I was seriously considering my options. So that's interesting. But there is a strong draw here for the divine masculine to go home. The pros and cons come up as well yesterday. Perhaps this is the city he has captured, or perhaps, let's just read it again. A conquering hero stands. Let me hold it up. See if you can make sense of it, but that's what came out for me. I'm just going to rest my elbow because I'm sitting quite back, so I'm going to have to lean forward. Okay. A conquering hero stands in his chariot of victory, a great city behind him. So he's a hero, so he has come out of this now. He got contempt in court, so there may have been a court case. It may have been about abuse. We've had children in the picture who are being really affected, wanting to get far away. Okay, getting down to the nitty gritty now of it. A conquering hero stands in his chariot of victory, a great city behind him. Perhaps this is a city he has captured, or perhaps it is the city of his birth, awaiting his triumphant return. For the moment, he contemplates his achievement and how it fits into the flowing river of his life's experiences. He's having a look at it all. The light and dark sphinxes that draw his chariot represent the positive and negative forces that drive him. His motivation to succeed may spring from a desire to serve or a desire to subjugate. What does subjugate mean? You gonna let me in? Bring under domination or control, especially by conquest. The invaders had soon subjugated most of the population. Subjugate. Okay. So, bring under domination or control, especially by conquest. Wow. That sounds good. So the light and dark sphinxes that draw his chariot represent... I've put them cards there. It's kind of... I don't know why I put them cards there, which blocks me from putting them down. Let's just go from here. His motivation to succeed may spring from a desire to serve or a desire to subjugate. His pride, power and ambition are matched by humility, generosity and nobility. All these qualities must pull together in harmony for ultimate success. Key ideas: success, self-satisfaction, a sense of accomplishment, managing your own destiny. Dignity. That's what, keeping his dignity. Let's do this. We've got this heartbreak, I think I said. Right, I'm going to put the story together because I picked up the heartbreak. If we go back to it, I picked up that it was about the Divine Feminine's heartbreak. I seem to have a little bit of a headache now. Oh, look, the hand's over the head. Yes, it's transmuted to the head, but the heart, no, whatever, it worked. See, look, there's the accomplishment here. But then there's messages. Oh, there's not messages. There's something going on behind this person's back. That's going to give her the shock of her life. I actually feel as if this is the person that maybe the Divine Masculine's been in court with. It's not a good energy. He's planning something behind her back. And behind her back, well, after that card is the Divine Feminine. Got the Witch's Tarot on her lap. The High Priestess. Okay. So, something about the orb. I don't know if we've got to look out for an orb. If it goes above my head. Because that's what the Rumi card has here. So you guys can keep a lookout for that. Or whether that's something that you need to keep a lookout for yourself. Whether that's a picture or seeing an orb over the head. Okay. So that could be a sign. Let's have a look at this. I'm going to read this story. I'm going to try and read it all in one. Otherwise, I feel like I want to take this heavy book off my lap, but it's like, don't lift it. Okay. My eyes are quite heavy. Okay, it feels like it's been a long day. Some pleasures it's not the Three of Cups, it's a Three of Swords. I see the hearts and it takes me to love, so I go to the cups. But it's not, it's the Three of Swords. Okay, here we are. Some pain is so piercing that it seems as if one's heart has been torn out. It worked. Thank you. It's like the Divine Masculine tore out my heart and transmuted. I said crystallized it. Thank you. Such suffering can only be moved through, not avoided or denied. Okay, well, I spoke up about it, so that was a good move. Whatever others may say about the need for grieving and its appropriate end, only the heart can know when it is time to pull the swords free and begin again. Let the tears fall as they will and give sorrow its due. Think carefully before you assign blame. It's unlikely that you are thinking clearly. Well, that was so me last night. I kind of had a little trip down memory lane. It was like my old life before I embarked on this journey. And it's like I haven't really none of that apart from my children. And it was like, wow. And so that actually came up last night. And I just gave sorrow its due. Okay, so let the tears fall as they will and give sorrow its due. Think carefully before you assign blame. It is unlikely that you're thinking clearly. So the key idea is heartbreak, grief, the need for a period of consolation and peace and emotional unbalance. Well, I feel very balanced today because I said I'm very much in my feminine energy. So, and a lot more calmer. Been a bit feisty. I know when I'm calm, it's like, wow, this really is a bit like a Jekyll and Hyde in a good way. It's masculine feminine, isn't it? Okay, so, thank you. There you go. Let's have a look at the world. So, a major arcana. Another thing that the divine has its hands on. Or spirit has its hands on. Ooh. I love it. Each of us comes into this into this arcade? What are we doing? Playing a game. Tic-tac-toe. Each of us comes into this incarnation naked and pure, the essence of our unsullied soul ready for the next adventure in our evolutional cycle. The, the oval reef delineate. How do I say this word? Delineates a portal in time and space. The great cosmic egg from which the world itself was born. The angel, eagle, lion, and bull are the four fixed astrological signs. Aquarius, the element of air. Scorpio, the element of water. Leo, the element of fire. And Taurus, the element of earth. When all the elements are in perfect and harmonious agreement, a cycle is finished and the new cycle begins. You are at such a time now. What has been undertaken is complete. Oh, I love that. Crystallised. That's all I can say. That was on a message I got earlier. It may or may not have concluded in the way you wished, but it is done. Drop the final veil and step through into the new life that awaits you. How cool is that? That just took me to being the fifth element, because I know with the well card, because you've got the four fixed signs there, and they sit in the middle of each of the elements. So once you manage to kind of master, it's like all the astrological signs, you become the 13th star sign, like the fifth element. So I can't remember what else I picked up on now. I'm going to put the book away, but we're not. We're going to carry on. The Six of Wands now. A knight returns home from his quest, bearing the laurel wreath of victory. Significantly, he does not wear it on his own head, but hoist it. Okay, can we speak? Let's do it. You're on your way home. Come on, look at you. It's like starting again, because it's a new cycle. So whatever needed to be wrapped up, it may not happen the way that you wanted it to, but it's done. And now you can move on to this new cycle, and it's like the Divine Masculine wants to go home, back to his hometown and start again. Okay. A blast from the past was coming through. A knight returns home from his quest bearing the laurel wreath of victory. Significantly, he does not wear it on his own head, but hoists it aloft so that all may see and take part in his joy. Okay, so joy. It's like he wants to return home with the Divine Feminine. He wants to take the Divine Feminine he wants to take her home. Something's going on behind this, let's say the karmic's back here. That's what his plans are. To take the Divine Feminine far, far away. Okay. There's obviously people awaiting him at home who'd be pleased to see him. It's like a blast from the past, but who he's bringing back. And the Divine Masculine's a completely different changed person. I just let the words flow. It's because it said joy, okay? And we know that we've put the sync together that joy is the Divine Feminine. The Divine Masculine's joy. So I'm just going to reread, and I'm not, because we've got to say that again, okay? Oh, okay, let's do it. Significantly, he does not wear it on his own head, but hoists it aloft, so that all may see and take part in his joy. There is no false modesty here. He knows his success is deserved, but those who follow him are respected and share in his glory. As he progresses upward in his career, he will remember those who helped him get there. Key ideas: graceful acceptance of praise, deserved recognition, a reward for good service is coming. Wow. So what's going on here? Now, normally there's no characters at all here. This is normally messages. It can talk of travel, relocation. It's a message. It's things happening quickly, things speeding up. Them rods are just about to land. But this one here, it's happening behind her. So I'm not sure who she's holding her ear like this, so maybe she could be earwigging. She may, I don't know if the Divine Masculine spoke about this to someone, and she may have overheard that he has been talking about, you know, going home. But something's been going on behind her back. Okay, 8 of Wands. A flight of staves rushes to earth, startling the maiden who was calmly travelling under the open sky. What is the meaning of this sudden apparition? So, something just appears out of nowhere. Something's come out of nowhere here. Is battle commencing? Is it a portent of some message to come? All she knows in this moment is that something is rapidly changing, for better or worse. She would be well advised to find a more secure position from which to assess the situation. Woo! Get out of the way. Fuck. Oh, masculine coming through. For better, for worse. It's like he's out of that marriage. And I really do feel he's going home. And he's taken the Divine Feminine with him. That's what's coming through in this story. Let's have a look at the intuition card then of the High Priestess, who has the Witch's Tarot on her lap. There's a show in the UK back in the day that was called Beadle's About, and he used to pull pranks on people. I felt like there was a nasty prank pulled on the Divine Masculine, maybe. I'm not sure, but the song, watch out, Beadle's about, watch out, Beadle's about, oh, you better watch out, 'cause Beadle's about. Jeremy Beadle, if you want to know. I think he had one hand bigger than the other. But he used to do pranks, pull pranks. Like, you know, strip off like the whole roof of your house and say that it's been ordered to happen, and like have actors come in to play roles. Like the kind of, you know, if you're a builder, they would like push your truck into like the river and film it all and watch your reaction. It's just, check it out on YouTube. Watch out, Beadle's About. Can't be funny if you're going through it and you think that stuff's really happening and you find out it was just some kind of prank joke anyway. I mean, obviously they're relieved at the end to find out it was just like a prank and that, you know, they haven't actually lost anything, but okay. Can we have a look at, because we're going to the High Priestess, I just tapped into my intuition then, okay, and shared a message. I'm going to trust it. I did sit here and think about whether or not I should. It was the word beadle. Okay. A prankster. Not funny. You have arrived at the temple of the High Priestess. She who reveals secret knowledge to initiate. Ooh. You have arrived at the temple of the High Priestess. She who reveals secret knowledge to initiates who have earned that right. She is crowned by the waning moon, its silvery horns, evoking the crown of Isis, great goddess of life and light. It's the other way round though. Okay, it's really weird. It's the other way round because, first of all, if I show you what I'm seeing is, if you have a look at the word High Priest at the bottom here, it's 2 lines up. Okay, it separates it. So first of all, I read High Priest, and then you can see it's High Priestess. So I was like, High Priest S. And then we have obviously mentioned Isis. Well, we know her counterpart is Osiris. Okay, and they were divine counterparts. Check out the video, Do You Remember? Michael Jackson. That's Isis and Osiris. That's a great video. Okay, I'm gonna share that, and I'll link it in the description box. Watch it. It's about you can't let the love slip. Anyway, you got to keep it fun and playful and adventurous. So can we carry on? She is crowned by the waning moon, its silvery horns evoking the crown of Isis, great goddess of light and life. And that's what I've done. I swapped it around. It's like life and light. But ancient feminine mysteries are contained within the priestess's book of wisdom. The still waters behind her symbolise things that are hidden in the depths. The true initiate seeks far beneath mere surface comprehension. Her temple pillars are engraved with B and J for Boaz and Jachin, the qualities of duality. Dark and light, endings and beginnings, diffusion and creation. Wisdom lies between these extremes. You meet the priestess in the perfect moment between your past and your future. She is the eternal now. She will part the veils of illusion when you are ready to see. Key ideas: wisdom, illuminated awareness, feminine mysteries and deepening as my voice is deepening. Very interesting. Okay, can we carry on then? We will get to this, promise. I'll take my roll here. So first of all, we're going to have a look at this Angels of Light card. He just has to... Why are you stopping me from reading it? Let's do it. Joy. That's why. It's like, because it's going to be like a massive sink. It's like, no, don't read that one yet. Not after you just said all that. And it's like, oh no, let me have a look. Joy. Joy springs from a sense of connection to the divine and is a quality which illuminates you. Your angel guidance is to cultivate this quality by seeking the divine in every situation. Look beyond the surface and seek the light in the heart of each person. Seek the light in the heart. It's like it's been torn out of your chest. All that darkness. It's purified. It's been crystallized into knowledge. Look at all this knowledge that's come through. Okay. Oh. When you pay sorrow its due, look what happens. That's beautiful. Look beyond the surface and seek the light in the heart of each person. Then you will become aware of the wonder of creation, and joy will ignite your life. Delight, yeah, have you put my heart in yours? It's like, did you go, boom? It's like definitely once upon a time kind of styly. Okay. Then that's so spooky actually, because you can, if you've got the heart, you can control them. In Once Upon a Time. Come on, guys, you must watch Once Upon a Time. It's like the fairy tale or fairy tales. All of them. Oh! Okay. Look beyond the surface and seek the light in the heart of each person. Then you will become aware of the wonder of creation, and joy will ignite your life. Delight in everything. Delight in everything. For joy is the key to enlightenment. Enjoy life. I find joy in everything. I bet you do if you've got a joyous heart there. Okay. Oh man, it so comes in. Maybe I need to binge watch Once Upon a Time. Get out of it. There's so many seasons. Okay. Shall we get you some messages from heaven? Communication cards. Let's do this. We support you as you cleanse and clear, both inside and out. That's interesting, because there's two rings here. They're not on the wedding hand. You can see. And first of all, I thought it looked like a little turtle in the water. But it's like a vortex. There's an orb on her bracelet, on her wrist here. That's where the orb is. Yeah, I'll have a look then. And there's two rings here. That orb. I felt like it was a tortoise in the water. A tortoise. Oh, are you a tortoise in the water? What are you doing? Got to be a turtle. Ninja turtle. That's cute. Okay. Well, the orb's telling you to look at my tattoo. I know that. matching pairs. Apart from one is for left and one is for right. So I know my left and right. Because I used to be a donut and do this. And people used to say to me, what are you doing that for? I'm like, because I'm seeing whether that's my left. And then I have to go like, and it takes like a good, so it's quite easier to kind of just go like this now than to go like that. I was driving, the kids go left, and I go, what way's left? And I have to do this, and they're like, woman. So, easy peasy. Well, I still have to look down, but it's quicker for the brain to comprehend. I can't get my left and right. So, okay, left and right. We're talking about, okay, duality. Where was we? We was reading this. Sorry. Let's read it. Messages. So these are love and guidance from the other side of life. 34. It's the heart chakra. The symbol is the heart chakra. If you want to know. They come together as well, greatly like this. But it's hard to show you. It's the heart chakra symbol. And then it has a love heart in the middle. And then I thought, perfect opportunity, I whack the L and R in there. We support you as you cleanse and clear both inside and out. 34. But if I just had the L and R, that would be really noticeable. And you'd be like, has she seriously got left and right? And it's like, yes. So it was kind of a little, they're perfect. I love them. I love them. I do. I do love my tattoos. We support you as you cleanse and clear both inside and out. The objects you surround yourself with can be heavy energy-wise and really weigh you down. This is so much about really clearing out the old now, getting ready for that new life. And I want to say that's for both counterparts, okay? It's just new life really is like tapping on your door. The objects you surround yourself with can be heavy energy-wise and really weigh you down. Do you still own belongings that you inherited and you don't even like? Have you gathered too much stuff around you as a type of emotional protection? Surrounding yourself with things that you love and that you find useful on your life journey will free you up to move forward. Your loved ones say, we give permission to let go of things that no longer serve your best interests. It's interesting, I've been getting rid of so much that I've just got an itch. I've been getting rid of so much that I didn't actually think I was going to get rid of, especially when it comes to my late husband. And I can hear Sherry chuckling now. Interesting. And there's no attachment to it. It's like I don't really need to actually hold on to any of it. I quite like to know how minimal I can get, so that if I was to move, I could, like, it wouldn't actually be that much. I wonder how many actual boxes there would be. So that's in my mind. It's like I just keep getting down more and more and more to, like, I don't need that. Like, if I don't use it, I do like my little ornaments. That's what I like. And it's more memorabilia, like Disney stuff. I've got a load of... But then I do find ways to use it. That's what I've got to try and do, is just try and use stuff. But there's so much I just think... It's been coming up, isn't it? In the cards, it's like, is there someone that can maybe use it more than what you could? You know, it's about keeping... Wayne Dyer picked up on it. About recycling. You don't own any of it, really. You're just borrowing it. You're just... And it's like, yeah, how much shit do we really? And because we have, like, instant access to all of it, we don't really need any CDs, DVDs, really. I bet it's all kind of available just on your phone now. Anyway, okay. Violet. Well, this colour's been coming up, but why was it in reverse? Because it says create a balanced life. Seriously. 45. She was in reverse. Violet. Okay. So we've got past the blues now. The blues clues, blues clues. You gotta find another paw print, and that's another clue. Put it in your notebook, you know just what to do. Blues Clues. Blues Clues. I think his feminine friend was magenta. I believe blue was a boy. Who knows though? Kevin. With Kevin. Okay. He was cool. Kevin. 45. Okay. Well, this came up yesterday a lot. Well, it was purple, but we got violet. And we've had a lilac. Violet generates your nervous system and heals insomnia, mental disorder, physical illness, and injuries affecting the eyes and the brain. It is especially helpful with treating epilepsy, balancing energy, and reprogramming cells. Violet also activates intuition, opens creativity, and increases the psychic senses to release karma and regain freedom from past issues. That's perfect. So violet also activates intuition, opens creativity, and increases the psychic senses to release karma and regain freedom from past issues. Why have I taken the book off my lap? It's done. Okay. Create balance and receive blessings from the violet gift box. So balance, perfect for today's topic. Balance is an important part of life. Just brought me to the scales of justice. So balance is an important part of life. It is the recognition that every challenge contains a blessing and every blessing contains a challenge. With it, we embrace the whole of life. Focus on any area in your life that seems out of balance. If you could learn something from it, what would it be? Close your eyes and imagine a violet gift box floating towards you. When it comes closer, unwrap it and receive its gift into your heart. Allow a violet ray of light to penetrate your body, relaxing and energizing it as you let go of any fear, stress or worry and bring back balance. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow me to create a balanced and harmonious life full of blessings and joy. That was the last card in the book. Completion. Not joking. Lavender's blue, dilly dilly, lavender's green. Is that where we was getting it mixed up? When I am king, dilly dilly, you shall be queen. Call out your men, dilly dilly, set them to work. Okay. Lavender's blue, dilly dilly. Right then, let's have a look at what these Witches Tarot want to say about this. Are we going to keep these cards on the table? Okay. She's holding lavender. She looks a bit stern. Okay, so we might be talking about the resurrection. We might be. Come on, it's like, come on. We're going to be talking about the resurrection. Flying high, soaring through the sky. Let's see what the High Priestess wants to say. Still wanted to say the High Priest though, didn't I? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so it's a Divine Masculine who's wants to speak through these cards. King of Swords. He wants to have his say. Okay. It's all good. It's about offering an apology, love. It's about crossing over. It's kind of like, is it safe to cross over the water? Okay, what else? So now he wants to know from the Queen of Swords. She's saying, yes, come forth. It's safe to communicate. I've never noticed all this blue. This is very much about communicating. And the Emperor's saying, oh, the Divine Feminine's saying, come forth with your children. It's okay. She's actually summoning forth the Emperor and his children. It's interesting. So you've got the King of Swords. I will show you these in a moment, guys. You've got the King of Swords, and he has his crown on. And he has blue, okay, which is, we know the blue is the throat chakra. Now let's have a look at these colours. So he's got yellow on, which is the willpower. That's the third chakra, the solar plexus. So we have yellow, a robe. So he's feeling courageous. Okay, he wants to. He's feeling strong. Like the past is, yeah, he wants to really move on. But if you have a look, he's here, and it's those blue round his helmet here. Helmet, round his helmet. I'm so sorry. Let's not talk about your helmet. I can see these little white fluffy things flying. You know what? And you blow, but they're quite big. I can see them flying through the air. Oh, okay. You have all this. It's blue on your crown. Okay. And then this is about love, love, sex, and romance. Napoleon Hill. Someone's been studying Napoleon Hill. Love, sex, and romance is the key for the masculine to be a genius. Creates a genius. The creativity, it's the passion. It's the combination of all three. So, is it safe to cross? Like to offer an apology? If you can see with the clouds, he is so coming out of those dark clouds. And look how they're wispy, moving into the future. It's like it's all evaporating. But you're coming with the apparition. Okay, so like out of nowhere. It's like, it's okay if I appear out of nowhere. And he's asking this. Because it's what he's thinking. And he's asking this, look. The Divine Feminine's there. So really bringing it to the Divine Feminine here. She's summoning him forward. Look at all the blue here. So this, and there's a fairy in the wave. And she's saying, come forth with the truth. It's like, look how lovely the clouds are here. It's about seeing things clear. But who she's summoning is, or giving the gesture. Come closer. Is the masculine, and he's looking, but then he's not looking at her, he's looking at the children. He has that ball that they've been transmuting the energy with. Archangel Gabriel, was it? The third chakra. Solar plexus. I do so want to call it the sacral chakra, but that's like your passion, that's your sexual energy. But this is more willpower, but it's like the sexual energy is there. Okay, should we get another one then? He's got all these violet flowers around him. So he doesn't really want any conflict. He does want this soothing, comforting. So he's a lot calmer, the Divine Masculine. But it's to do with the children. Whether he goes towards the Divine Feminine without, you know, like behind the children's back to start with. So this could be, I want to say like dipping your toes in the water, but there's no, I can't see any toe dipping here. Apart from the Divine Feminine's kind of on the edge, but unless she's suggesting that he dips his toe in the water, rather than just so that he can find out for himself. I'm not sure whether he feels deceitful about that, about going behind the children's back. There's a dragon coming out of the, if you have a look here, there's a cup. But if you look closely, there's a dragon coming out of it. He'd be frowned upon, contempt in court. So this could be why he hasn't been in touch with the Divine Feminine. Okay. Well, that's been coming up as a topic on the channel. So, staying away due to protection. Yeah. Okay. I think so. So something's been a nightmare. You've got the devil here, the shadow side. So there is a behind the Divine Masculine. Look. And I picked up domestic violence. The shadow side. Should we get one more then? So there's a lot behind the divine masculine that's gone on. It does feel he's very embarrassed to actually approach the divine feminine. Yeah, a lot's gone on, guys. Come on. We've got the Tower. Him and his karmic may have really gone separate ways now. So, right. Okay. We'll carry on reading this. I'm going to try and do it as a story again. We've been on a while, haven't we? 55. Oh, it just clicked to 56. King of Swords. Let's have a look. We've got the Knight. The King of Swords is an authority figure. When this card soars into a reading, you need to be aware that your actions may be called into question. This is the card for rulers, leaders, and wielders of justice. The King of Swords has links to the Emperor and the Justice cards. So definitely about contempt in court. The divine masculine maybe being quiet about the divine feminine. Okay. The King of Swords has links to the Emperor and the Justice cards, as the King of Swords concerns himself with matters of right and wrong, and also personal integrity and honour. This card quietly calls into question the wisdom of your personal choices, and he also announces that it is time to turn your knowledge into action. This man sees the world in black or white. There are no shades of grey for him. He is having no sex. It was a sexless marriage. No 50 Shades of Grey for him. Okay. This card quietly calls into question the wisdom of your personal choices. Oh, we've already done this part. This man sees the world in black or white. There are no shades of grey for him. It's not a very colourful life he lives. Well, no, as in like a rainbow life. Adventurous, fun. He has a good... I keep missing out important things. He is successful, clever, reserved, and a tad intellectual. He has a good head for business and may be a member of the armed forces, a security guard, a detective, or a police officer. The King of Swords also represents a mature man with brown hair and dark eyes who values his integrity above all else. He relies heavily on his... Oh, heavenly. Oh, that's cute. He relies heavily on his common sense. So he relies heavily on his common sense and believes in only what can be proven. Maybe not anymore. I changed that around from heavily to heavenly. He's just trusting his intuition. Okay. And he's not just this and only things that can be proven. I think the signs, synchronizations is enough proof. Been touching on this. Like the best kings of old, he is a wise and fair leader who sits in judgment because he must, and who is ready to defend his kingdom should the situation deem it necessary. So there was a need for him to stay where he was. Okay. The lesson of the King of Swords is to turn your knowledge into action while remaining fair and just. Let's leave it there. Knight of Cups. Where are the cups? Ooh. A romantic and intuitive young man with blonde hair and green or blue eyes will arrive soon. This court card often represents a sensitive, gallant and chivalrous man. He is perceptive, empathic and maybe a little reserved. That energy is around today. He carefully protects his feelings, which is illustrated by the armour. The Knight of Cups characterises someone who is faithful and true, who is faithful and true, who believes in magic, chivalry and honour. They are the best friend a person could hope for, and they will probably love once and love deeply. This card often turns up when there is about to be a proposition or tryst. This card also symbolises movement and travel, or a kind of chivalrous act. Expect romance, visions, of what's to come, visions of what is to come, magic and new creative opportunities. The challenge of the Knight of Cups is this: will you scry within the surface of the cup to see what will be, or look for a vision of your future lover? Flow with the element of water and seek your mystical answer. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a brown-haired woman with fair to hazel eyes. I have hazel eyes, just by okay. She is clever and ingenious, with a dry wit and razor tongue. Okay, be nice. I'm aware. When this card breezes into a reading, as the card, let's just see the page, just wanted to breeze over. It's like, no, I'll read it, it's okay. Self-examination, it's all good. When this card breezes into a reading, it can herald a time when you need to pay attention to your own instincts and intuition. New ideas are blowing in. It may be time to try something new. This card classically represents an air sign woman, a woman who is career orientated, honest, focused, and successful in whatever she sets out to do. She may be sarcastic at times, but she is smart, blunt, and determined. She will rule her home and family with the same ruthless organisation she applies to her career. Her communication skills are top-notch. She may be a scholar, a writer, or a speaker. Though men are attracted to her for her looks, they tend to back off when they discover how smart and honest this queen is. She has no time for falsehood or ignorance. The Queen of Swords may represent a woman who is slow to trust others, especially in relationships, and a woman who may prefer to stand on her own. This queen will listen to her head first and logically consider her options before she trusts her heart. The message from the Queen of Swords is this: assert your independence, stand up for yourself, follow your intuition, and try something new. So interesting, because now she's actually, because there's the fear of whether or not the Divine Masculine feels, he knows that she's smart. Does she actually want the Divine Masculine and his past coming into her now to see if they can create a future? And she's kind of saying, come forth. It's like, talk. He's on the edge there. So even though he's looking at the children, is he? No, I don't even know if he's paying attention now. It's like he's just staring at the feminine. She has the lavender there as well. So he's like being, I have to say, he's like being seduced by the fairies. Communication. The Divine Masculine is talking a lot to the Divine Feminine via telepathy. It's been heightened. Okay. So let's have a look what the Emperor's saying. Can we have some drink? I noticed also I've got my Taurus cup, so when we were speaking about being a ball in the china shop, it's like, no, the energy's kind of calm. 4. Trying to see who he's looking at. Do you think he's looking? I know who I've just seen here. The Empress. But is he looking at the children? I don't think he is. I think he's looking straight ahead. You just can't really make it out. I don't think he's looking at the kids. It's like he can't pay attention to anything else but the Divine Feminine. Let's read what's going on, Mr. Emperor. This card may symbolise a leader of a family or a magical group, a responsible, balanced person, just as the Emperor is doing in this card. You should calmly survey your situation and carefully consider your options. This card may stand for your boss at work, no matter what their gender, not just a husband or a father. The Emperor card will often appear in a reading when you are up for a promotion at work. This is about definitely mission work, coming together with the Divine Feminine. This is about the legacy, the prophecy. Okay, it's like it's not just talking about the love. This is very much it's a very serious conversation that's being contemplated. It's kind of like what's the bigger picture then? Okay. The Emperor card will often appear in a reading when you are up for a promotion at work, about to earn a higher degree in your coven, or even if you are taking a new job with better prospects. If you find yourself standing as the head of the family or coven and are the peacemaker and arbitrator, it is possible this card may represent your role within the group. It can also symbolise your leadership within a family dynamic or at your place of employment. What's going on? It's an opportunity here. Well, we're going to have a look at the shadow side, what's been going on behind the Divine Masculine, because we've got the Devil here. So card number 15 just opened up to Justice and Death. We'll get there. Do you know what comes after? Temperance. We're going to do it that way round. Do you know what comes after Temperance, which is about balance? The shadow side. It's just before. It's card 14. The shadow side. This card symbolises that you are allowing someone else or a situation to have power over you. So this is what's gone on in the Divine Masculine behind the scenes with the Divine Masculine. This card symbolises that you are allowing, or that he has allowed, someone else or a situation to have power over you. The old coven mate who left in high drama, the in-law from hell, or the boss you cannot please. This is a person who can walk into a room and ruin your day because you let them. Break those chains and walk out of the shadows. Stop giving away your power and stand strong. What is important to remember is that you can break free of your reaction anytime you wish. It's time to embrace the shadow side of your personality and to really look your fears in the face. Okay, the fear of looking at the Divine Feminine. So it's time to embrace the shadow side of your personality and to really look your fears in the face. Come to terms with whatever is holding you back. Stop cowering. Work to find balance and courage. And then you've got the Tower. So the Emperor is a major arcana, which means the universe is directing you, pushing you, really nudging, more than a nudge. They're really pushing you now to have a look and face and talk to the Divine Feminine. The Devil, the shadow side's another major arcana, again. So Death's knocking at your door. And then the Tower, which is another major arcana, means you've been on the wrong path and they're going to put you onto the right path. Oh, the Tower is the next card. Wow. So the Tower comes after the shadow side. The Tower card is all about a shocking revelation or an event that forever changes the way you see yourself and the people around you. I said there was a bit of a trickster here. It's like a nasty trick had been played on the Divine Masculine. This is not necessarily a negative thing. Now that all of that built up pressure has been released from the Tower, the fire inside will both cleanse and transform it. Shocking secrets are uncovered. You may take a blow to the ego. But you will survive your tumble. Change is coming, and it's going to be dramatic. The spiritual blocks or obstacles you once faced are now removed. What you learn will end up being helpful in the long run. Okay. So what you learned, you do want to have about the bigger picture. What's going to happen in the long run. Let's have a look then, because you've got on over here on its own, Rumi, 25. You're so near hitting the bullseye. This is the green would do with the heart, but we spoke about the heart's been handled with. Okay. Oh, that's such a good title. The heart's been handled. The heart's been handled with. Divinely handled. Beautiful. Okay. Beyond the threshold of fear. Enter the lion's jungle and don't think about getting hurt. Fearful thoughts are phantoms of the mind. No one is harmed in this jungle. Everything is compassion and love. It is your fear holding you back, like a bar behind the door. Rumi. How I celebrate for you. After so long away from home, you are finally returning. Beyond the threshold of fear, you dispense with your doubts, hesitations, cautions, and tentativeness. They are old friends with whom you no longer have anything in common. Goodbye, old friends. I wish you well, you say, whilst turning your face to the burgeoning light of a new and yet ancient world. You are visiting as though for the first time, and yet somehow also remember deep in your sacred heart. Finally, we can sit together in the charming courtyard at home. We shall tell our tales of adventure and laugh, and we'll dance and sing. Eventually, day shall pass into night, and we'll gaze beneath our feet, our mouths gaping open in awe, and minds utterly blank, rendered dumb and in sweet submission to beauty, as we watch the world spinning on her axis. After so long, you are changing your relationship to fear. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to witness it, even to have compassion rather than resistance. Instead of unconsciously sabotaging your growth and choosing to slumber in darkness, you awaken and delight in the light and sound of your divine being. Push and pull, one step forward and half a step back. So it has been for so long, and you have endured. Yes, you are winning the race, brave one, and fear is left to fizzle out. It was always a far less beautiful firework than your passionate conviction for love anyway. Better to let that dazzling firework come to light instead, much more satisfying. Oh, what a spiritual marathon you have been running. Now the end is in sight. You are drinking the sacred waters to replenish you from your journey. The cups are pushed into your hands by encouraging angels as you approach that blessed sash marking the finish line. Your body and soul are on this journey together, and now they are ready for victory. And yes, to rest and recover from the effort. Rest now before a new adventure begins from a completely different state of being. This oracle comes with spiritual guidance for you. You have broken through a barrier, a self-imposed barrier of fear, whatever it seemed to originate from within your consciousness. Whether it seemed to originate from within your consciousness or from an external set of circumstances that held you back from taking the steps you are now taking or just about to take. These steps may feel strange, new, uncertain and exciting. Your mind might not have received the memo that fear-based existence is no longer in operation for you. It may need a loving, tender, reassuring and firm update that the relationship you have with fear is now rather different. You are the witness, not the victim. Your consciousness is strong enough to hold it in compassion. You don't collapse under its weight. In fact, it is becoming less and less substantial for you. When it is there, it seems less convincing than what it once appeared to be. Compelling still at times, perhaps, but not anywhere near as powerful as it once was. That power has been claimed by your heart instead. So give your mind the memo. Get used to the new way and take steps. Test your legs and you'll find them powerful and ready. Get set to fly. Test your wings. Trust is one, daring is the other. You'll find them enthusiastic for flight and ready to learn to ride the currents, purpose-built for soaring to great heights. Trust in your vision. Without the murky filter of fear, it is sharp and clear. You can see what is meant for you, what is true for you, what is beckoning you forward now. Take the running leap. There is no darkness and light for you anymore, just life, living, free and clear. I'll be running and flying beside you. We'll soar and rise and dive together. Let's play. It actually says we're soul. We're soul. What we're going to do? We're going to soar. We'll soar and dive and rise together. Let's play. Awesome message. I'm leaving it there. Have yourself a fantastic Thursday and I will catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.